Good evening, America, and welcome to New November Presents Storytime with IzzyReal. We're gonna talk about my first fight. Well, not my first fight. I mean, cause growing up, you have scraps and little, little brawls here and there. With other factions. I mean, but I'm talking about like my first actual bout where it was like, you meet me here, and we gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Cause usually, especially growing up, where I grew up, you never really scheduled fights. You know what I'm saying? It just, you just saw cuz, and when you saw cuz, it was what it was. But I want to talk to y'all about my first actual one-on-one fight. Light your J's. So I was in high school. It had been like junior year, I would say junior year, and I was playing football. Like for the school or whatever. And there was another football player. Like we knew each other growing up, like since elementary. Like we knew each other, we knew of each other, but we never really had words because he was like the shit growing up. Like to put it in to not hate, you know what I mean? He was like the shit growing up. He had it when it came to football. When it came to sports, he had it. But I was always like right there, like right on his ass, you know what I'm saying? But I never really said nothing to him about it, you know what I mean? I guess this people would compare us like, naturally because we, played the same sport and we went to the same. Yeah. So I remember he used to just fuck with me, man. He used to just fuck with me. Like I wasn't like how I am now. Like I wasn't like built or nothing. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't had no muscle. I was a little skinny nigga. And he used to just fuck with me. This nigga was strong. I'm put emphasis on the word strong. This nigga was 15 with an 8-pack. If y'all know who I'm talking about, y'all know who I'm talking about, and I'm not lying. Say I'm lying. Say that nigga wasn't strong. That nigga was strong. Anyway. And that's another thing. I always had a thing for fighting strong niggas. This was my first fight. This ain't my last fight. You know what I mean? So what happened was me and my girl were in the hallway, white girl, because like at the time in high school, white girls was like everything to me. Or I don't know. Anyway, so me and this white girl was in the hallway. We was talking. This is my shorty. Yo, you hear me? This is my ride or die. You know what I'm saying? This is my baby at the time. And if you listen to you wrong, I want you to know you dead as wrong for this. So we in the hallway. And me and her talking. And this nigga walk up and slap my girl on the ass. Right in front of me. In my face. And then he blow her a kiss. In my face. It's in my face. Everyone, are you listening? This is in my motherfucking face. He does this. I told you this nigga just had something against me. I never disrespected him like this. I never did nothing to him. Right? So he does that. And my girl looked right at me in my face like, what the fuck? And I turned to this nigga. I'm like, all right, so what you trying to do? Straight up, what you trying to do? You know? And at first he wasn't saying nothing. He was just like ignoring me. You know what I mean? So then I'm like, all right, nigga. And I'm walking off. And he's like, yeah, that's why your bitch ass boyfriend ain't do nothing. So I guess he like gained his courage like real quick. And I'm like, I'm still up. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So what you trying to do? He's like, all right, come on. So he started walking. So I start walking. Fuck it. The white girl, God bless her. She got scared, so she ran off to go get some help. Oh, girl, you crazy, man. We ain't gonna say no names. Oh, we ain't gonna say no names. But girl, you are crazy for that. But I fuck with you. So she run off to go get some help. Me and cuz bounce in the back of the school. It's me, him, and like 4 other people. All right. So one dude start the recording because you know how it's high school. You gotta start the recording, right? I wasn't built, like I said. I was just a little skinny nigga. So I'm getting ready to fight. I'm like, all right, let me put my phone down. You know what I'm saying? This nigga take off his shirt. All right. When this little motherfucker took his shirt off, I was like, oh shit. And the nigga holding the phone said, oh damn. And when the nigga holding the phone said, oh damn, I thought to myself, oh shit. But I couldn't let him see that I was thinking like, oh, you are obviously a great deal stronger than me. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, whatever. So I just square up. Whew. I'm like, all right, let's do it. Right? So he throw a couple warm up jabs. Boom, boom. He don't connect. I don't connect. Whatever. We throw in a couple warm up jabs, right? He throw one, and I catch it in my hand. Like he threw a fist, and you know I'm not lying. If you listen, you know damn well I'm not lying. I'm gonna tell your part, but let me get mine out first. All right? You threw your fist. I caught that shit. Whop. Threw that joint. Whoo. Man holding the camera was like, okay. I was like, yeah. That's why I started feeling myself. I was like, yeah. So I started throwing a couple more. I'm not gonna say I accidentally because it's a fight, you feel me? But I hit him in the chin, boop. But we wasn't really like going hard until I really hit him in the chin. Then he started trying, oof, 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 right? So he landed a couple joints, but then I kept landing something too, you feel me? Because I ain't about to go out like no bitch, fuck that. So I remember distinctively him saying, man, fuck this. That is what he said. And I'm thinking in my head, yeah, nigga. Yeah, you ain't like that last one. Right? So I'm thinking, yeah, I got him. So I turn my head, like looking at everybody else like, yeah. Next thing I know, my ass is in the air. In the air. I'm like, what the fuck? Next thing you know, I'm on my back. I'm like, boom. I'm like, what the fuck? So I like lose my like fucking vision for a second because I got slammed. Wow. I'm like, whoa. This nigga start to boom, 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 boom. Just beating on me, right? But I got my head like covered up, you know what I'm saying, real good. So he not really hitting me like, you know what I'm saying, ain't no vital, you know what I'm saying, shits. But he got me on the top of my eyebrow, busted my shit open, right? And then he got up because, you know what I'm saying, like I said, we know each other for a long time. It wasn't like no shit like he wanted to fucking kill me or like I wanted him dead or no shit. It was just like, it was like disrespect got to a certain point where it was like, nah, we got to see each other. Like, nigga, do you really not fuck with me? Obviously not. But there's more. Here's the twist. Remember the white girl from before? Whole time they were texting, whole time they had a little thing going on, so that him slapping her on the ass wasn't completely random. Yeah, it was rude. Yeah, it was a way to get me to bait me to fight you. But at the same time, they was doing some little weird shit, and low key he might have just not fucked with me because he was slick hating that I was with the white girl. You know what I mean? And that there's two morals to this story though. Never be blind to the obvious shit. Ain't no nigga just about to come up slapping your girl's ass and she just gonna act like, oh. No, usually bitches pop off when that type of shit happens. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Press charges or something. You know how white girls are. But she didn't do none of that shit. That was one red flag. Something was up. You know what I mean? And then, another thing, always defend your lady. Like, always defend your lady. I don't give a fuck. She right or wrong. I didn't give a fuck what the case was. I was stepping out there. And this nigga went on to play NFL football. He went on to play NFL football for like a few years. Like, kudos to him. Like, no, this was a really strong little nigga. You understand? Like, he grew up and became a really strong individual. You feel me? But with that being said, man, that was just my first little bout. Got my little stitches on the top, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, time heals all wounds, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all those involved in the making of this motherfucking epic story. And thanks for listening, man.